Okay, so I'm back with my third How I Junk Journal, and I'm hoping to take you along a little bit with me this time. So it's a sort of craft with me. I have done some preparation though, because it takes me, I've been faffing about for more than an hour, so I don't want to film me faffing about. Anyway, I told you in the last video that I was going to be part of Junk Journal September. Felt like I needed some new challenges in my life and some new learning. So if you can see this, there's something else as well I'll tell you at the end. So when Cassie put out a call on Instagram for people to be involved in this, I got a page, and I will be doing an upload later in the month on my day, which is day 25. My plan, as always, is to do as many of these prompts as I can along the way. I definitely want to do day one, which was, I started this yesterday. It's the second day, so I'm finishing off the first today. The first is called Beginnings, and obviously in itself this is a beginning, but I thought I'd do a bit more. So this is where I left you last time. I cropped the prompt list so that it fitted into these slots in this page. I just measured this one and did it the same size. Written a little bit about Junk Journal September, put prompt 1 beginnings, and I'm going to do something else on this page. And I'm mostly using what I had lying about, but I have kind of planned and thought it through a bit. So I've got this book page, which I've already cut, or had already cut down a bit. It's from an old French book. So that's going to go on there as a pocket. And I'm going to put a tag behind, and I'm going to decorate the front of the pocket. And I'm going to decorate it before I glue it in. So if I put that to one side, I like floral images, and I wanted some pink on this page. So my first task was to cut out this foxglove image, and I'm going to glue that on there. I just use, for a lot of my gluing, I just use glue stick. I use a good quality one. This is a Scotch, and I've had very little problem over the years with things coming up or off, and to be honest, I don't really care if they do. This is all just for me. Somebody might want to look at my memories, but I don't mind whether they do or not. Now, I didn't really mean to glue that bit, so let's just get rid of some of that glue, because this actually sticks up over the top, and I wanted to leave it like that. That's my problem when I'm doing these types of videos. When I'm talking, I go very wrong. There was a leaf that goes with this. I think I will put that on as well. And then I wanted to write something about beginnings, but I'm not a writer really. I can write about something I've done in a very prosaic sort of way. So what I do when I don't know what to write or how to write it, I resort to quotes. So I looked up a quote, found a quote about beginnings that I liked, and this is it. Says, the thing that is really hard and really amazing is giving up and being perfect and beginning the work of becoming yourself. I printed it on white copy paper. Sorry, I hope I'm in screen. Probably not. I'm not very used to doing these at the moment. I wanted to distress it a little bit. Let's just get rid of the glue. So I'm just using, I think this is walnut stain distress ink. I'm just lightly going over that. And then I'll go around the edge just to darken the edge up a little bit. Takes a bit of time. I've done the rest, but I think it's worth it. Originally I was going to have this going over right over them, but I've decided I don't want it going right over, so it's going to be something like that. Maybe like that. And then that's the who wrote it. So that's how I'm going to glue that down. And again, I'm just going to use glue stick. I really hope this is recording. I've done this something else a couple of weeks ago. Finished the complete page and it hadn't recorded. I hadn't switched it on. So that wasn't cool, was it? I'd also like to just take a minute to say thank you to everybody who watches and comments on my journals. I mostly do journal videos, journals I've made, and I'm not going to stop doing those. That's my passion, really. But I do think we need to stretch ourselves a little bit. I've been trying to do a bit of sketching recently. That's going, is that going okay? It's kind of going okay. So that's my page. Hopefully that glue at the top has dried off. And this is going to go on here. I'm going to leave this as an opening because I might put something else in there. And to glue this in, I'm going to use art glitter glue. I'm just going to go around 3 sides. And I like that it sort of covers up the bird. I like the blossoms on there, but not the bird quite so much. Can't get my pin in now. There we go. Okay. And then I wanted to sort of bring some pink across the page. We've got pink here, and then we go to blue. So I had this little scrap of sari on my desk. I genuinely got that out. It's as part of a journal that I was working on, or that I'm working on at the moment. So all I'm going to do is carefully put a hole here, a crocodile, and one up here. When you're using a crocodile like this, you have to be careful not to catch the bottom one on your other pages. Let me just get some eyelets. So put one in here. So just weight this down very slightly as well. There's that one. And then you can just decide how you want to tie these in. So I'm going to have one up here, and this is going to be a bow. Not very long, so it's going to be quite a small bow. like that. And this one, shall I do a bow on this one? I think I'll just tie this one, literally like that. So that's the first part. As I say, I'm going to put something on here, but I wanted a tag to go in the back, so I have made that ahead of time, partly because I wanted to stitch it. So this is just an image from a book called A Victorian Flower Album. There's a little bit of pink and white on the top there, and on the back I've used tea-dyed paper. So my other thing that I'm beginning is Wanderlust, which is a mixed media online course. It lasts a year, starts in January 2022. I think I'm slightly mad because it's 50 plus videos, one a week. And I've not, it's around art journaling really, which I have dabbled in before. Not so much recently. In fact, I got the books that I did previously to show you. So, so I've done this type of thing in the past. This was a tutorial, that's not original. Some of these are. But I tend to, that was a page that went really wrong and then I get put off. Quite nice. I don't know, not really. So was another one. This was this book was the very first book I ever made about 12 years ago, and I've done some journal pages in this one. And then in 2013 or 14 I put this book together and followed, I can't remember what it was now. Oh, Documented Life 2014. And actually this one turned out, I quite like the way this one turned out. To me this was a cross between art journal and junk journal, and I quite liked this one. This is, I think, the only journal I've ever actually finished. Well, almost finished. So at this point I got fed up of the flaps. They were all supposed to have flaps. I got fed up of the flaps. This was an altered photograph. Stopped writing at this point, and that was that book. So I've dabbled before. Wanderlust is a mixed media art journaling course, so I'm going for it in January. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then I thought I'll find another quote that works for that. So I've got this one. Anything that scares us yet consistently whispers and calls us toward it is something worth listening to. And that's Kelly Ray Roberts. And she is an art journaler and has written really, really lovely books. She does Whimsical Girls. So I'm going to cut that up and put it on here. I'm going to finish this page off and I'll come back and show you the finished article. Okay, so I'm back just to show you the finished result of these pages. The tag is gone in the back of the pocket and I haven't done much to that. I don't really want to. So my quote is there. There's a bit of writing and then the Wanderlust. And then the middle pages, what I did was I found some vintage. I do like my pages to look vintagey. This obviously doesn't, but I might cover that up at some point. I'm going to leave it as it is now for the prompts. I like my pages to look vintagey a lot of the time, not always, but most of the time. So I found an end paper from an old book. I've just cut it up and I've written sort of my take on New Beginnings. And then I've stuck stickers over it because I don't want it to be too obvious, too clear to read. I know you can pause that and read it if you want to, that's fine. I'm not trying to hide anything, but even for myself, in future years, I don't want to be too introspective, I suppose. I do enough of that just in my thoughts without writing it down. So that's my finished spread. Obviously this would look prettier with you know, vintage postcard or something like that. So that's what I mean by covering that up at some point. But I want to be able to see the quotes at the moment, and even if I put something over this, this will stay underneath. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching this slightly longer video. I'm working this afternoon and tomorrow, so days 2 and 3 will have to wait, unfortunately, but that's life. Thank you.